Hey, hello, and welcome to the replay. I'm your host, Kristen, with Good Knit Kisses. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited that you're here. It is about 9 o'clock, just shy of Central Standard Time in Dallas, Fort Worth, Texas. And good morning, Thursday Crochet Day. Welcome to the live. And if you're watching on replay, be sure and just communicate just like you would in a live show. That's totally fine. I mean, of course, questions, you'll need to write replay and then actually ask your question. Sorry, I can't hear well. It's like I'm hearing myself weird with two of these in. But ask your question and but write replay on it, and then I will try and get to it then next week. Sometimes I actually answer them during the week, just depending on what the question is. So if it's short, I can answer shortly. So anyway, welcome today. Today is Crochet Day. I've got a few things here to kind of go over and show you and discuss. Be sure, and if you're joining me for the first time, tell me new and tell me where you're from. If you're joining me again, as you has before, oh my gosh, just give me some love, type, hit the love button, hit the like button, and let me know. I love when you guys share. I notice when you guys share, I love that when you share it to your page, to your profile or anything like that. That's awesome. Because it's actually, if you share it to your profile, you can actually catch it too. I mean, of course, other people can see it, but you can find it again. So if you're like, I can't find that thing that I love, if you really enjoyed it, go ahead and hit share. That way you can find it on your own profile easier. So, good morning, Linda. Hey, how are you? Pardon me, I'm gonna get some water. No coffee today. I know some people are gonna be like, Kristen doesn't have her coffee. It's a bit of a different day. Today is a work day for PTA. I've got to go, and after this, I've got to go do that. So I'm wearing my grungy shirt, and actually, it's not grungy. It's really cute. Let's see if you can see it. It says, oh, I don't know if I can do this. Okay, ready? Oop. It says, embrace grace, but it's backward. I forget. It's backward for you guys, but it says embrace grace, and Embrace Grace is a nonprofit. They're all about helping people. They're all about pro-love, not pro-life, not pro-choice, but pro-love. And anyway, that is a mission that's close to my heart, and I make knit items for the mamas and their babies and stuff every year, twice a year. Good morning, everyone. I'm just going to say hello. Julifly Kennedy in Pittsburgh. Thank you for joining me today. Joyce Street in South Texas. Good morning. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So Crochet Day. So what do we do on Crochet Day? Well, we can talk about crochet. We can show our work, ask questions, whatever, talk about yarn still or patterns. Today I had just several little things to talk about, and but a note from yesterday. So if you caught this live broadcast yesterday, you would have seen me we were chatting about knitting and talking about the Bernat series going on, which, by the way, if you want to catch the mystery stitch along for Bernat, they're doing a crochet mystery stitch along and a knitting mystery stitch along, and I'm going to do the knitting and then I'm following along with the knitting on a blog, and Yolanda Soto Lopez is going to be they're going to be releasing videos on the Joanne site and their event page every week in October. And then Mikey with the Crochet Crowd. Oh, Yolanda is with All Crafts Channel. And then Mikey is with the Crochet Crowd, if you're familiar with him, which most people are. And anyway, he'll be releasing those videos, and they all go on the Joanne site. So you can get all that on my blog. And it's fun. I wish I could do like crochet and knitting, but really I just have time to do one. Good morning, Brenda. Oh, Southern Indiana. Welcome. So yeah, I encourage you guys to go check that out. It's using Bernat baby blanket yarn from Joann's, and they have all those colors listed. And then it takes, sorry, I've got a little alarm coming up. Sorry, I'm having to hit buttons on my phone here. I'm like, I'm so distracted. Gayla, good morning. Gayla, you left me the sweetest note from last week's live broadcast, and I just want to say thank you. That was very sweet. I appreciate that. I just read it today, so I was going back through to see what replay questions there were. So, oh my gosh, I got myself sidetracked. Okay, so if you have some Bernat baby blanket yarn, I forget what the ratios are, but there's like, I think you need 7 balls of the baby blanket yarn, and if you're going to knit, you need 5 balls. So two of two of the colors and 1 of the third color. So I think it's like in color A you need 2, color B you need 1, color C you need 2. Anyway, but for the crochet one I don't remember. Anyway, so okay, so that's that for that. And then I want to talk to you about Caron Cakes, and kind of a unique thing is going on. If you are aware of the Caron Cakes, which are these, really fun. It's kind of hard to miss. Actually, you can see them in the picture of the my new iTunes. Well, actually, it's on other things like Spotify and everything. But I have a new song out. If you missed it yesterday, I talked about that and I sang it. And anyway, but the Caron Cakes are in the picture. So anyway, the label's not. But anyway, this is backwards. But this is celebrating their 100 years of Caron, and then their special colors and cakes that are only made at Michael's stores now, and that's in the U.S. and Canada. So Michael Selleck, aka Mikey of the Crochet Crowd, he is a Yarnspirations representative. As far he's sponsored and works closely with Yarnspirations. They've done some really cool stuff. By the way, if you haven't checked out their Snuggle Sack series, Crochet, they're so cute. Oh my gosh, they're going to be really great. So I would get started looking at those. But anyway, they're free patterns. They're really fun themed. These big cuddle sacks. They're like, you've seen the big giant mermaid ones. Well, these are all really fun and unique. I love this one that looks like a rocket ship or spaceship for a little boy. It'd be perfect for making for the holidays coming up. So anyway, but they got on and last night on Facebook, and they put it up on YouTube, but I think it was originally a Facebook Live thing. But they had talked the previous day to the CEO of Yarnspirations, and a very unique thing. So apparently this was only supposed to be out. The Caron Cakes were only supposed to be a 3-month, very special thing, right? So what they did is they shipped, the stores, whatever they were going to ship them. And then they had whatever they were going to have online. And within 3 weeks, they have completely sold out. Like, their inventory is gone. Like, all the stores have what they're supposed to have. And I think they've even sent on the rest of whatever was supposed to be sold online to the rest of the stores. So, oh my gosh. I mean, that blew up. And because everybody was like, where is this yarn? Why can't I find this yarn? And they're getting upset at the salespeople at Michael's, and they're like, where is this yarn? And why aren't you getting it anymore? And it's not restocked. Everybody's talking about it, and I can't even find it. Blah, blah, blah. So they're talking to the sales clerks, but then they're also writing to Yarnspirations and Caron and everything saying, why can't I find this yarn? Well, the good part that's come out of that, and the great part about social media is all the pressure it created. And this is public knowledge. I mean, apparently they had this talk, but he allowed them to say this. So, but basically he said, just because of all that pressure and everything, they have decided. That's amazing. It's like, it blows my mind because this just doesn't happen, but they have decided to carry on these Caron Cakes for, I believe it's another year. And what they've done is it all has to, because, you have to, part of it is wool, right? So they have to harvest the wool, get the wool. They have to blend it with the acrylic. I believe it's acrylic. 80% acrylic, 20% wool. It's not itchy or anything. It just what it does is it makes the colors really vibrant, and it makes it bulk up the way it does and have that little bit of a halo effect. But it really is more like the properties of the acrylic yarn. I mean, but you get all the cool benefits of the wool, but the cool benefits of the acrylic. It's great. It's a great little marriage. I won't say that, but I think if they had more pressure, maybe they'd carry it as a permanent thing. I don't know. I would love it. But anyway, so many people have made these that they are going to do it for a year. And then what they did is they're stopping production. Like, you don't do that. I've worked in the commercial furniture, like office furniture industry for like really high end stuff. Like the last thing I did was like this big, huge multi-story building at Pier 1 at this really big thing. And so I've done like where I've ordered like tons and tons of furniture and stuff. Like I know about production and stuff. And when it comes to yarn, same kind of thing. Cause actually, and then I've done like yarn, like worked for flooring in the flooring industry. And they make yarns for carpets and stuff. And you don't just stop production. If you don't understand what actually happens in the background of manufacturing, that's a big deal. And so, like, good for y'all. Good for y'all. I'm sorry, that might have been loud, but good for y'all for doing that. So anyway, if you don't see it in your store, please be patient with the sales clerks. Thank them for putting in their input with their bosses if you want to. And thank Caron for continuing the line. And so it's going to have a bit of a thing, but guess what they're doing? So like as soon as they, it takes the time because, okay, so you got to harvest, you got to get the sheep, you've got to blend it together, get your blending, then they're going to pull it and spin it. Then you have to ply it. Then you have to dye it. It has to be dried out. It's got that time. And then they have to wind it into the cakes, right? And then they package. So they wind it and then they package, and then they have to get it out in the other packages, in the big packaging, and then in the shipping containers. And then, y'all, they are investing in cargo planes for Caron Cakes. Cargo planes. Look at this other color. Okay, I was holding up. This color is gelato. This one, isn't that? Oh, love it. Could eat it. Gelato. And then this one is, sorry, I'm still memorizing the name. This is fairy cake. Doesn't this just feel good just to look at this? I saw someone do a virus shawl with this thing. They had done the start of a virus shawl. Maybe they're doing a virus blanket because it was more of a square. It wasn't a triangle. Oh my gosh. It looks so good, y'all. Oh man. It's like Leia buns. Anyway, so it's mind boggling. I gotta tell you, I listened to that thing last night. I'm like, what the heck? So anyway, these are amazing. All right. So let me show you the one that I'm doing right now with the Caron Cake. So I bought I think I bought 6 or 7 colors. They didn't have, I really wanted I think it was red velvet, and that I had heard about, and I didn't get it. So I'm sad too. Several people got some on sale last week. They were like, cause they go for like $7.95 in the US. I don't know what they are anywhere else, but they go for $7.95 in the US. And then I think someone got it for like under $5 last week. I'm like, what? I saw another person who said, oh, I used a little bit of one. I'm just going to like sell this remainder for like a huge discount. But some people are going and being opportunistic. If they find it, they're selling them for like $20 online. And Michael was urging everyone to please don't do that. Or don't buy from somebody who's like that. Y'all don't buy that. Just wait, because it's coming. Don't waste your money. Just be patient and it will come. Just treat it like Christmas. Just treat it like Christmas. So I'm going to read some questions real quick because I have been blabbering on and on. I can't read and talk at the same time. So. Hey, good morning, Tracy in Tennessee. Yeah. Gayla says, yep, 7 for crochet. Okay. She's got her list. That's for the Bernat thing. Caron Cakes. Yes. The yarn is very soft. And by the way, they talked about, washing instructions last night. Now let me just read this real quick. It shows that you can, oh my gosh, I forget what these symbols are. I think you can put it says hand wash. Yeah. Hand wash. Now I was trying to read the symbols. I'm just going to read the instructions. It says hand wash, lay flat to dry. Okay. Some people are putting them on the gentle cycle. I would say if you have a gentle cycle that works really well on your machine, like maybe it's not an old one that eats your stuff, but If you can use the gentle cycle, people are saying it works well, and it might give a little bit of a halo effect. But if you're in northern areas that get colder, that halo effect is going to keep you warm. And they actually talk about that. So if you want to look up their video, I don't have the link here, but if you want to look that up, and then, but yeah, if you wash it, actually, they said it'll get softer. So it's got a little bit of that. Sometimes yarn, like you'll go, oh, it like there's like Red Heart, can be kind of scratchy. It's got a, oh my gosh, the word is escaping me. But basically, sometimes if you feel like some scratchiness like that, it's actually to protect the yarn when it goes through machining, because some fibers have a lower melting point. So when there's a higher level of friction, it can cause stuff to melt. And it's going down, through there, I don't know, 1,000 miles an hour. It's going really super fast. Okay. So what they're trying to do is they protect the yarn. So if you think that it's a little scratchy or whatever, it's not the wool. It's just until you get it washed. Enough about that. So Karen, yes, Gayla says, yes, the Caron cake announcement thing. Amazing. Yes, it is amazing. Yes. Oh, she's doing the happy dance. I was doing the happy dance yesterday, singing my songs. Good morning, Lisa Mona. It is mind-boggling, Gayla. Linda says, I would love to see a video of the production of them making this yarn. I would too. Man, if I was able to make trips, like if I earned enough money, I have to justify it. I have to earn enough money. But if I could go and take a manufacturing trip and go see it on the production lines and they let me film, or at least certain sections, I would totally show you guys, because that stuff is really interesting. Just stopping for a moment. I for about 11 years after I did commercial office furniture, space planning and design, I worked for this really high-end manufacturer called Knoll. If you know Knoll, Knoll Furniture, they have they have furniture pieces in the Modern Museum. Oh my gosh, in the MoMA. Anyway, so they have like designer architecture stuff. So anyway, I went from that and seeing production lines for that, and then I did flooring, and which has like carpet, and then I've seen commercial carpet being made, and then residential carpet, because I did commercial and residential, and it was really cool to see all these spools of thread and cones. Is the thread is spun into multiples implied, and then that's how they get that treatment. And so it's really cool. It's really interesting to see solution dyed carpet, because it starts in a bead form to get that thread. So if you ever see solution dyed stuff, it starts in that color as a bead, and then it's heated to a certain temperature, and then melted, and it goes down like what looks like a shower head, and then as it goes down, it cools and it becomes a thread, and then that gets plied together. Okay, and then they spool it and twist it, right? And then it goes into all these massive cones, right? And then they use those cones further down the production line, and it gets tufted and bound into carpet. And then, so it starts in that thing, but you can have a space dyed. And so then there's like another one that's maybe like a white or a grayish, what they call grayish goods. And the grayish goods is dyeable. And so they'll have like a base of the carpet. Like if you've ever seen, and you can do that with yarn. Yarn companies don't do it as much. I kind of wish that they would look at carpet companies, because things like would really last. So I don't know. I've actually thought about being in the manufacturing side of yarn, because I find it very interesting. It's like that show, How It's Made. I love that stuff. Like if they had a How It's Made for crafting stuff, that would be amazing. Can I have that job? I want that job. So anyway, oh my gosh, I lost my train of thought. But space dyed stuff, it starts at one color, and then they work this other grayish goods in there that's dyeable, and it has dye sites available to it. And then you can like get a line, like this line has a pop of blue, this line has a pop of red, this one has a pop of yellow, but the base is like black or whatever. And so that's how you get that. And so, anyway, but there's all these different production stuff. So I'm still amazed that Caron is going to be doing that. They're going to get a cargo plane. So I don't know when that's happening, but I mean, it's happening now, but I don't know how long it takes to get that production. We shall see. Looking. Yeah. 459. Yeah. The sale was for 459. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's like $3, more than $3 off. Linda says, once yarn comes into my house, it doesn't leave unless I donate it to someone. Yeah. Gilla says, same here. It's treasure here. It is a treasure. Thank you. Oh, you're welcome, Audra. She says, thank you for that info. She's from Farmington, Missouri. Sheila says, please show what you're working on with this yarn. Oh, yes. Okay, good. I've got it right here. I showed it a little bit. I think I showed it a little bit yesterday. I'm going to keep going through questions because I think I'm backed up. Janine says, I'm ecstatic that they're continuing the Caron Cakes. Me too. And then Jeannie says, hi from Iowa. I'd like to see how to crochet a hat from start to finish. Okay. I've got a video on how to do a baby hat for that. I don't have as many. I'm building up my library of crochet. But in the meantime, some people that I think that you should check out is the Crochet Crowd, Michael Selick, Mikey, aka Mikey. So check out thecrochetcrowd.com and you'll find more. Check out his YouTube channel. And then Yolanda Soto Lopez, just remember Yolanda, and she's at All Crafts Channel. And so All Crafts Channel, she's on YouTube. She's got a Facebook. Her page says, I think it says public figure or something. It says Yolanda Soto Lopez, like S-O-T-O, Soto, Yolanda Soto Lopez. I say it really fast. With All Crafts Channel. So anyway, if you look up All Crafts Channel, you'll find her. And then, anyway, so she does knit and crochet. So, but they have that kind of thing too. And they do theme stuff. Like, I don't like to do theme stuff because I don't want to get into copyright trouble. So I'm not saying that they will. I'm just saying that I don't do that. So if you really like theme, it's okay. I just don't want to get into that. Let's see. Christine Mercado says, have you seen the new Bernat Big Blanket yarn? Oh my gosh, Christine, thank you. Yes. Actually, I wanted to do that today and go like take my phone and take you guys to the store. But, I need to like have a late broadcast to do that because they don't open till, I think they open at 9:30 around here, 9:30 or 10. So I mean, if I left right now and drove out there and then like opened up and saw, but I don't know that they're there. So what I may do is just like show you, like go to the store at whenever it's convenient. But I actually have a meeting right after this. So when I'm done, because I told them I'd come as soon as I'm done here. So I'm with you right now. And then I want to go see that. But no, I've only seen it on a video with Michael and Dan. And, so no, I haven't. Yeah, Daniel and Michael were talking about it. And then they have like not a prize inside. Well, sort of every ball is a winner. And so like, you might get a discount off your yarn. You might get a gift certificate. You might get, I want to say something about a trip or something. But I mean, the prizes are super cool. But actually, I'm really excited about that yarn. I want to use it on the Zippy. So on the Zippy loom. Patricia says, good afternoon from the UK. Oh, Forfar UK. Welcome. Let's see. Okay, so, all right, now I'm caught up. Sorry, I had to go through all that. So here's my Caron cake. Oh, same here. You're going to go to Michael's? Okay, yeah, you want to see it in person. Man, my budget can't handle it, but I'm going to probably get some because yeah, I'm really excited. They have one of my favorite colors is this green color right here. And it is, it's chartreuse green is just one of my favorites. And I saw, it looks like they have a chartreuse green and a bright pink. And I've already thought of things that I want to do with that. So I just want to know how long it lasts. Like some of that super jumbo yarn, I'm assuming it's a number 7 jumbo. Some of that yarn, I'm glad that the balls are big because sometimes I've seen them and then their balls are like kind of small. And so they don't last very long, like 20 yards. And I'm like, I need more than that. So anyway, this is what I'm working on. Why am I taking my stitch marker out? Sorry. Okay, so here we go. This is what I'm working on. Now, this is what happens when you get down to less than half and it looks like this. So it's kind of messed up because I didn't follow my own advice and use a yarn bra because I'm moving my studio around and I can't find it. Like, I don't know what I did with it. So now I have a mess. But it's the macaron color, or macaroon, however you want to say it. So this is it right here. And it's kind of hard to see. But what I did is I've cast on, it's actually I cast on, I think it was 110 stitches, and I'm using a size 5mm hook, which I think is a US 8. And then, so it's like 110 stitches. And then you can see the beginning of that color here. And then it went down here. And then as I got to the end and came back, you can see how this is bigger. And then the color stopped about 3/4 of the way down. And so, and then it changed into this deeper purple. And then I got like 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of purple done, or 4.5, or 3.5. And then it changed into this celadon green. And then I got a lot of the yellow and then a lot of this green. And then it's about to change back to that beginning purple. So I can't wait to see what that looks like. So what this is this is a texture stitch. It's like my marshmallow crochet baby blanket. So if you know how to make the marshmallow crochet blanket, then you know how to do this. So you're going to cast on your stitches, and then I'll show you how to do it. If you want, I can show you right now. So what I do is I stop short, and I don't chain up and continue it on like I do before. So I did a couple of rows like normal, and then I start stair stepping and see how that looks. What do y'all think about that edging? So what I'm doing is I'm creating a triangular shawl. And it's just a straight up triangle. I'm not trying to do any kind of fancy like yarn overs or spaces in the middle or anything like that. It's just straight up a triangle. So this Christine says, same here, going, oh yeah, she already said that. Okay. I'm just reading it again. Excuse me. I've got, hang on. I dropped my yarn. Oh gosh. Okay. So I've had people say, you know, how do you tell how much you've used or how much you have left or something like that? You like the scallop effect, Gayla? Oh, good. Yeah. So it looks like that on both sides. Here's the two ends. Isn't that cute? And so that would be a cool scarf. I mean, like you could just get to the width that you want and then leave your scarf like that. That would be fun. So a striped scarf. This is 60 inches at the tip. So, I mean, you could make it a little bit bigger. Wouldn't that be cute? What do you think of that? So, good morning, Patty. All right, so I'm going to show y'all what I do. I'm going to flip the camera here in a second. I've got to get it ready. I'm at my desk and I've got to get my keyboard out of the way because it's in the way for showing you a tutorial thing. I kind of impromptu. I decided to do this like right before I jumped on. I was like, oh, I'm going to show them how to do this. So, okay. I'm almost ready. Sorry. I'm sorry. I wasn't prepared. Okay. Let me flip the camera. Okay. You guys see that? Hopefully my lighting is okay. Let's get some more lighting over here. If that's not too, is that too glary? I'm sorry. Hold please, we have technical difficulties. Okay, y'all see that? Okay, so what this is this a box with my sample. And then I've got all this yarn. Okay, so I need it in a bowl, but right now I just had the box. This is actually the box that my scale came in. So this is my scale. It's a postage scale. It goes up to 3 pounds, and it switches between kilograms and pounds. Okay, and so it's got a little hold button on it and a power and everything. Okay, so here's my button. Oh, this is something I want to show y'all later. So here it is. So if I want to measure something, and I want to see how much I've done, what I do is I'm going to put my thing that holds on to the yarn. I put it on first, and then I turn the power button on, and then it tells me it's under here. You can't see it. I'm sorry. This isn't like exactly perfect. You know what? Maybe I should just take this off. Okay. Hang on. Okay. Here. Sorry. Okay. That's much better. So here it is. And so, okay. So when I take this off, see how it's a negative number? When I put my box snout back on, or your bowl, it should zero out. See how that works? Okay. So if I weigh my yarn before I start, this cake right here is 198. Okay. And that's another reason why you should weigh it again. And by the way, I've got it on kilograms. So it says that it's a 200-gram ball. Now, there's supposed to be whatever it is with the label on it, okay? So this is 198. I've already weighed this one, and but if I had forgotten, I can do it again. I'm going to put my ball band in there, my wrapper, and I'm going to put in my yarn, okay? And then I'm going to put in my my knitting. I mean, my crochet, whatever. You can do this for knitting or crochet. Let me move this around because the tripod's in the way. Okay, so I put that in. It's showing that I have 200. Oh, actually. Okay, so it's a 201. And then I just have I have a stitch marker on there. So if I take off what I've done, this is what is left. So there's 88 left. So that tells me that I have less than half, right? So I'm not going to get a full triangle out of this, but I'm also like, so I could expect that if I was continuing this width, I'm probably only going to get about twice that amount, a little less than twice that amount in length here. However, because I'm doing a triangle, it's going to appear longer, right? Because I'm decreasing every time. Where it is. I haven't done a gauge swatch. I haven't tried to measure or anything, but like if I don't have another ball, which I don't, because I only bought one of each color, right? So, I would have to add that in. Okay. But see, I'm decreasing on this side and on the other side. So I'm going to get more, length out of it. Okay. So yeah, yours goes to 5 pounds. Ooh, Patty, you splurged. I was cheap. I got the cheapest one I could. I'm so cheap. I just try and get as much I can out of it. But anyway, that's how that is. And then, you know, I measure, I weigh, you know, different ways, and I might like take this out and take this out and then say, well, let me just check. So how much is this? So I've used 112. So if you don't want to do the math, you can flip it like that. The reason why I show it to you is because what if you've made like a little swatch? It's like a 4x4. You can't really weigh that. So sometimes it's good to like put that on the bigger thing and then take it off the bigger thing and find out what is missing now, you know, because if you just put the little thing on there, it may not be as accurate. So there you go. Was that helpful? Can y'all give me some hearts if you like that? Let's turn this off and put this away. Hold on. I've got to get it settled again. Okay. Did you like that? That's what I try to explain to people, but sometimes it doesn't translate, and video is just easier to show. So anyway, if you like that, I'm sure I'll write the pattern up and I'll show you in a tutorial. If you guys want me to do it, I can probably do it here in a second. But I'd rather just wait. Or actually, you know what? How about I do it next week? Do y'all want to see what this looks like next week when I have more done on it? That's probably a better thing. Let's wait until I'm done. And then what I'll do is I'll grab some other kind of yarn. I'm not gonna waste this. I'm not gonna waste this. And I'll get like another one that's similar in size, and then we'll make a little sample. Sound good? Okay. Now I want to show you, see, what else did I want to show you? I wanted to I'm trying to find my show notes. My computer is shut down here. So hold on. My show notes. Do you guys enjoy these live broadcasts? If you do, please let me know that you're enjoying them. And also be sure to remember, you got to ask me questions, the replay. It helps me plan the next one. It's like an interactive podcast, but with video. So I'm sorry, I'm looking at my note. I'm looking around the computer because this phone is in the way. Okay, so we were going to talk about, okay, I talked about Caron Cakes. I did talk about the Bernat Mystery Stitch Along, which I didn't write on my show notes here. Did you catch the Knitting and Yarn parody songs yesterday? So we came out with Ball of Yarn, which is to the tune of Wrecking Ball, and it's on iTunes, Songify, and Google Play. And then the other one is What Does the Yarn Say? Like, what does the fox say? So even if you're annoyed at them, whatever. Anyway, I'll be blogging and putting the lyrics up on a blog. I'm kind of waiting right now. Right now I'm in the middle of doing a giveaway for the Zippy Master set. If you haven't checked that out for loom knitting, I know it's loom knitting. But there is a giveaway on that. And so I'm kind of trying not to kind of push that away yet. So, I mean, that's some little insider information. I'm just kind of waiting to release, anything else, with the lyrics. I'm also going to be doing a video on it. I'm waiting on this, special license, video synchronization license, because it's a parody. And the people who originally wrote the song need to approve of it being broadcast on video. I'm already approved for what's called a mechanical license, where I can broadcast the actual audio and sell the actual audio. But in a video format, I have to get them to approve. And BMI has said no. There's 10 producers on the album. And then I've got like one that said no. And then the other ones we have to contact individually. And so anyway, I've got to figure that out. Thank you, Patty. I'm so glad that you like the songs. And then Patty Coach said, so that was Patty Walshvello, if I said that right. And then Patty Coach says she loves the broadcast. Gayla loves the broadcast. Yes, Patty, she does. Hi, Deborah. How are you? Sorry, I'm just catching up. Sorry, delayed. Okay. The next thing I want to talk about is, I'm glad you like the songs. I'm glad you like the broadcast. Aw, thank you, Marianne. She says, you are multi-talented. Weird Al will be jealous. I always thought Weird Al, he was really goofy and weird, but I loved what he did. I thought he was very clever. I've always wanted to be, I've aspired to be witty with stuff, and sometimes I'm a little too witty, and I'm kind of inappropriately witty, and people were like, okay, that was random. Okay, yeah, that was funny, but inappropriate. So, like, I'm sorry. It just catches me. I just find the humor in things. Okay, what I'm doing is I'm pulling out. I want to show you guys, if you've seen my thing on Pink Missions, I'm going on a mission trip in the second weekend of October. It's a 3-day trip. Going to minister to and just love on and see what we can do for these ladies that are coming out of the sex trafficking industry. They've been trafficked, and there may be children. I mean, it's basically it's human trafficking, but mostly it's women and children. And so I just really wanted to take them. It was not part of the agenda. I believe there's 17 of us going, and I wanted to take scarves and shawls to people. And I really felt that on my heart that I wanted to do that. And so I really asked everyone several months ago, I said, please, you guys, would you join me in doing this? Because I don't think I can get this amount. I really wanted to take, my goal was really 50. I never said that. But I'll just go ahead and say, I would love to take 50. That way that I have extra. But they told me there's likely to be around 30 people when we come through. The other thing I found out we're also doing on the trip is we are going to hotels and just like hourly hotels and ministering to prostitutes, like just really just loving on people where they are and being like, hey, how are you? You know, you are worth, you are valuable, you are worthwhile, and seeing what we can do for them and taking them goodie bags of like shampoo and other kinds of things like that, just to help them. But we're also going to be spending time with the other people coming out of the other. And so I really wanted to take them stuff. If I really think it would be cool is if I could kind of sneak in some zippies and take them some stuff and some yarn and at least teach somebody something there. Maybe I'd teach a worker even. And maybe it becomes a thing. That would be really cool, because I think it would be neat for someone to work with their hands, because they get kind of therapy for themselves, and then they actually find something useful that maybe they can make a business out of. You know, maybe they can sell and do that. And, you know, so anyway, that's what I want to do. So this is what I've got. These are donated. Isn't that cute? So here is we got some of these little frilly scarves. 1, 2, 3, and then the rest of them are really, really pretty. This is from, oh, I'm sorry. And I totally forgot Beth Ham, Elizabeth Ham. She is Beth in Texas 1 on YouTube. When you say Texas, you have to say TX. Sorry. I got like a fiber on my face. I saw her in person. She made this, isn't this pretty? This is oh, you can't even really see it, can you? But anyway, this is really pretty little shawl. It's a kind of a, and it would be really pretty with a little shawl pin. But I'll hold it up. I'm gonna put pictures on my page. Let's see how that looks. And so it kind of bends around. It goes over your shoulders. Anyway, so she made this to take along. It's a real pretty dusty green color. And then Sharon Wilson, or she also goes by Sharona Wilson, made these really sweet little Hello Kitty scarves. And aren't they sweet? Like, look. So if I run into a little girl, if a little boy wants it, isn't that sweet with the Hello Kitty? And then here's another one. So that's from Sharon. And I've got my list. I can't remember who everybody did, but I remember Sharon's because she sent me several. So thank you to Sharon if you are joining me. And then look at this one. Isn't that, look, see how she's got like the thinner stripes, and then she goes wider and wider and wider. Isn't that fun? And then she finished it off here with an end here, a little friendly edge. And then her friend in her yarn, this is from her friend Rita, who was in her yarn group, made this little sweet garter. It's just a small lightweight garter scarf. It's very small, like for kids. Uh-oh, we got a little boy coming into view. This is one of my kiddos. Say hi.
Hi.
He's supposed to be homesick in bed. He needs to go to bed.
Well, I was supposed to stop sleeping on 9 to 5, and we just passed 9.
Okay. Yes, baby. But I'm supposed to be doing this. Okay, you need to go back upstairs, babe.
Okay.
Okay. Bye. He had an upset tummy and stayed home from school, and now he's like, I feel better. But he's supposed to be resting. That's my 6-year-old. He's in 1st grade. All right, baby, go back upstairs, please. Bye. So, yeah. Hi, little guy. They're saying hi. There's such a delay. There's like a 30-second delay, I think. I did a test with Carol the other day, and there's like a 30-second delay. Anyway, here's this other cute one. Look at that, with the little flowers. She's just stitched on this. She's just a little loom flower, but she stitched it directly on there, which I thought was kind of clever. And so she's got that to finish off the ends of her scarf. And so I figured that would be a really cute one. A little kid or an adult if they want it. What else? Let me put Sharon's away so I can get to the other stuff. I want to show y'all this bag. Ziploc makes this bag. I didn't know about it. I've always used I have these, you need to go upstairs. Young man, you've got to get back in bed right now.
But I'm supposed to wake at 9 to 5, and we just...
Go see Papa right now. So, I lost my train of thought. Oh, I've done these, I have like these bags that do like, it sucks the air out. It's like a vacuum seal bag. And then it's got like a canvas tote around it, and it holds more yarn. And I've used that for kid clothes and stuff, and it keeps it fresh and stuff. But I needed something inexpensive to take on this trip with me, and also to store stuff. So like this other mission thing I do, Embrace Grace, I have a ton of these things, and I kept getting bags of donations and from friends and from all over for the baby shower. The baby shower has like 30 to 60 women having first time babies twice a year that I do. And so this piles up in my house, and I was like, I need a storage solution. So I bought these. I'll show you. I'm going to show you a picture before I move on, because I really want you to see them. I think they're great. So if you do donations and stuff for people, and you need something like inexpensive and kind of floppy, so it's not like a hard case, you can like squish under a bed or whatever. I'm going to take my phone off this this holder right here. And you're laughing at my little guy? Yeah. Yeah, he's still in the back. He was like, it's like, where's Waldo? He's back upstairs now. I know. He just can't help himself. All right, I'm going to flip the camera here. Okay, so this is it right here. This is from Ziploc. I found these we have like one of these really nice Kroger stores, and so they carry some extra things. So I'm sure you can find them other places, but they're called flexible totes, and I really like them. I mean, they're not paying me for this. I really like them. They have a vent on them, and so they get fresh air, so they don't get like stale. I mean, I'm sure you could put like a little dryer sheet in here too. And then, but see how flexible they are? So this is not super full, but I have two more that I've done some other donation stuff for Embrace Grace, and it has, they're super full now, but, anyway, they're really great. It was like under $8. And then you get, I think it was under $8, and I got like, one in a box. And so I got like 3 boxes or something. But yeah, you can vacuum seal. There's a brand of the vacuum seal ones, and I'm trying to remember what the brand is, but I use this vacuum seal kind that's like a vacuum seal bag inside of Space Bags. Yes. And Space Bags makes a tote that has a canvas bag it's like a tote like this, and then that thing around it that you see is a canvas, and then it has a clear front on it, and on inside is a big space bag. And I have those that I use. I have like 4 or 5 for my kids' clothes, and I put in the old clothes, and I vacuum seal that while I'm waiting to, donate or give to friends or sell. If I decide to sell something, usually I end up not selling because they don't resell for much more. I'd rather just give it to somebody who needs it. But anyway, excuse me. But anyway, I just wanted y'all to know about those totes, because I thought that would be great, because I know a lot of people like to donate or like start stacking up hats and sticking them in a bag, and then when it gets full, they could take them somewhere. So I like that thing. So, hang on. If you vacuum seal balls of yarn, say while moving, do they come out okay when you unseal them? Yeah, I think so. I would stick like a dryer sheet in there and keep them fresh. But yeah, I mean, vacuum seal, I guess, is fine. And you don't really need that. But yeah, they do. They spring back up. Yeah. I wouldn't like vacuum seal them like completely like sucked in like really hard or something. Especially if you have like really nice expensive yarn. I would suck out most of the air, but I wouldn't like go extreme. Like it's not like you're packing meat in there or something. Gayla says, I like those. Plus I kidnap all the comforter and blanket bags from family that they get. Yeah. Yeah. I have the blanket. Yeah. Those comforter things. I keep my swatches in bags like that. They work really well for it. Okay. Here's a little cowl that was sent. And basically how someone did it is they just made a really wide scarf, and then the gauge is so big you can put buttonholes through it. So they didn't actually create buttonholes, and they just added on the buttons, and then just buttoned between the stitches like this. Isn't that cute? And then this pretty thing here, look at this. Isn't this pretty? Oh. Can you imagine if you were trafficked and you found out that somebody somewhere who doesn't know you cares for you and got you this? I mean, how special would that be? Like, someone knit this, someone made this just for me. Me. You know, it's amazing what people do for people and to people. And then coming from something where someone was so, it was just outrageously wrong, and be in this environment where you don't know who you can trust. And I would love to just lavish upon these people. This one, oh my gosh, whatever yarn this is, I need to look it up. It's so squishy. Oh my gosh, whoever gets this. Oh my gosh, like itchy nose here. Isn't this pretty? Look at this. Isn't that pretty? But this yarn is fantastic. It has a really good hand to it. It drapes well. Isn't that pretty? So that's that one. And I'm going to go back through and fold these really nice again. And here's another little cowl. Isn't that fun? It's kind of small, so I think if I found a little girl that would want it, or someone who's petite, this would be a good one for a petite person. And then here's another one. This is a drop stitch. Isn't that pretty? Really pretty. It's a big stole. Like it's very wide and long. And then another of the ruffle scarf. And then she did this one. I'm trying to remember who gave what. I actually have I have a list. These are people who donated. Excuse me, I've got to get some water. Okay, sorry, I didn't want to cough on you guys. These were given by, let's see, there's a purple cowl knit with ruffle yarn. And that was by Crystal Sturts, and she's with Yarn Cozy. And she's also Strength in Stitches, and she sent a very sweet note. So if you want to look up Yarn Cozy, C-O-Z-Y, and I need to find her Facebook page and like her and send her a note. I still have to write her a thank you note. I haven't gotten around to thank you notes yet, but she's on Instagram at Yarn Cozy. And anyway, but thank you to her. She made a purple cowl with ruffle yarn, a raspberry scarf in the same kind of yarn, and then a second raspberry scarf in the same kind of yarn. Two of them have glitter. Anyway, she lives in Columbus, Nebraska. NE is Nebraska, right? So look at this. So she did it with the ruffle yarn, but she's holding it together. And so it has glitter, like a glittery look to it. And then it has this, I think this is Patton's yarn. And then this one is a similar, and this is a cowl, and it has the glitter. Isn't that fun? So she's just stitched it together. It's 7, 8, probably 8 pegs. It's knit. Some of these are knit, some of these are crochet. 8 stitches wide. I'm assuming they may be loom knit. Yeah, these are just stocking knit. And then this little, I call this raspberry. I think this is kind of a raspberry color. Aren't they beautiful? Yeah. Okay, so, and then that is, oh, here's her cards. The Yarn Cozy. So she is Yarn Cozy. I'm going to cover up her information that I may not. Crystal Sturts. So this is her little icon. So if you want to check her out. So she's on Facebook. It says Facebook-Yarn Cozy. Instagram at Yarn Cozy. Quality crochet items for all ages. So she sells her product. And then she's also Strength in Stitches, which is crochet with a purpose. So this must be like what she does when she donates to people. Isn't that sweet? So I love that. Strength in Stitches. That's so good. It's so healing. You know, I'm going to bring my Bible talk out, but you know, the Bible says we were knit together in our mother's womb. And I love that because we were crafted and put together with thought and purpose. And, you have your own unique purpose. I'm sorry, I'm not talking to the camera. I'm putting everything back up. You have your own unique purpose. You are treasured and you are absolutely unique. Absolutely. You know, even if you're a twin, you're completely unique. Twin or triplet, identical, it doesn't matter because you are your own person. Your spirit is completely unique. This body we carry is just a vehicle. It's just a vehicle. I'm talking about the you on the inside. I don't care what you look on the outside. So, oh, I forgot Beth's. We got to put Beth's back in the bag, don't we? So, I'm going to put this up. And I want these women and kids who are rescued to know that too. So, anyway, I'll put this down here and make all my noise. All right, so I thank you guys for joining me. This has been fun. I hope you like the marshmallow crochet shawl, and I will feature this next week. We'll do a tutorial on that. I'm going to get it finished. We'll get that finished, and then help me decide what I should make with these. This is the fairy one, and then this is the, what do we say this? Gelato. So anyway, I hope you have a great day. Thank you again for joining me. Tomorrow is Social Media for Crafters Day. Be sure and ask me your questions. Go back to the previous broadcast of last week for Friday and write replay and ask your question. It doesn't matter if you watch the replay. You don't have to watch it, but if you want to go in there and then say, hey, I'd like to know more about XYZ, pretty specific question if you can. It would be really helpful. And anyway, y'all have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Send me out some love, okay? Bye, everyone.